Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. By seeing the video title, you are now being made aware it has been 9 years since my YouTube debut. Can't believe it's been that long already. I can't even believe that it's really been this long, and the fact that it feels like it was just yesterday that I had started a YouTube channel in 2015 in January, and I just can't believe how fast the time has flown. So many years on this website, and I really truly believe that being on this website as long as I have really has just been a mixture of emotions. But I think that really, as time went forward, the website really has gotten very, very different. Some good days, some bad days, some not so great moments, etc., etc. That is what I really feel when I talk about this 9 years on YouTube. I'll never forget when I first started years ago. The very first thing that I remember is I had a camera that was strapped to the desktop computer that I used in my videos. And, I really had trouble in the beginning when I started this, where I was struggling to really get my points across because of shyness. And I wasn't very good at talking on camera back then, where now I'm actually gotten very good at it. And I remember starting when I had my first channel, I did movie reviews, and then I switched over to horror film reviews. And that was really something earlier on that I remember starting. And then, as complications started with that, because when I was doing horror film reviews, I'd always get these stupid notifications about, videos being restricted and videos basically having what's called content ID violations or something like that, content ID claims. And I was only using pictures in the videos, and I was not playing any movie clips because of copyright. And my videos either got restricted or were just blocked in other countries and stuff. It was one of those early reminders of sometimes when you put videos out on YouTube, you never know what they're going to be hit for. Basically like the stupid false flagging that happens on this website. When I did the horror film reviews, I enjoyed doing it, but the horror industry really has expanded over the years, the horror community, and like a lot of videos on YouTube of people doing reviews of horror films and stuff. And I think that over time I started to kind of transition into gaming, and I did wrestling news and rumors. And I think that that's really been the formula of what I've kept on this channel. Talking about wrestling is really fine with me, but it's also creatively hard to watch it these days. But over the years, talking about wrestling has really been a hobby of mine because I've been a wrestling fan since I was 6. But wrestling itself, like anything, as it changes, so does YouTube. And YouTube really has become somewhat questionable with handling problems on this website. I know when I was really starting to really call out YouTubers with bad reputations that I used to watch that I regret watching now, that I learned that the fan bases of some of these channels are absolutely diluted, and they don't ever see really what these channels are like, and they just blindly follow them no matter what. And it's really a lot of channels out there, whether the wrestling community or the GTA community, etc., etc. There are sadly fan bases on this website that realistically should not be on the internet. I'm just going to say that. And when I called out these YouTubers, I always kept a line to where I never really went at them in a personal way. I always kept it strictly on their YouTube channels, but I never ever made it a daily occurrence. I was always, doing other stuff. And that was one of the things earlier on. Like, I saved streams and I saved videos, but I also, was being asked to upload old videos and stuff from time to time on my older channels. And over the years, that really was something that I think people thought that I was doing, uploading all these streams. But as I saved them, I didn't upload every one of them. And I really did not actually upload these videos excessively. I just really kept them as evidence in the later years. And I remember, people coming to me and saying, can you upload these videos? And I keep on politely saying to them, I'm only going to upload them if they either talk about me or if they're doing something really, really screwed up. And, a lot of people know that I called out YouTubers and I saved videos in the past. Um, it's been a really big list of people, but over the last several months of 2023 and heading into 2024, I've really not been very active with that. I've not really been active on this website. I may put a video up a few times a week, but another real thing that I remember in my years on YouTube is, and I will admit this, I got involved with people that obviously ended up being complete and utter shitbags. Just people that obviously later on, when they were exposed, were not really the people that they claimed to be, and they were not the people that they tried to be. And I will not name names, but a lot of them, when I wouldn't do what they wanted, when I wouldn't really go after the people they wanted me to go after, if I didn't call them out like other people had wanted and stuff like that, that's when these people slowly began to turn on me. And I was just, goodbye. Because sometimes you got to understand that people's alliances with others, it comes and it goes. There's really no real need to hold on to personal problems over the whole thing. I want to say, I really do believe that everybody messes up and everybody's allowed to mess up, and we're all not perfect. Let's be honest. We've all done stupid things in our lives, whether on here or outside of our personal lives or in our personal lives. It's just human nature. And the way I figure it is, if I stay clear of these people and just make content from time to time, wrestling, horror films, video game uploads, whatever, that really is the better way to go. Even though I know my name is coming up still from time to time from some of the people that really still have trouble with me. All I'm going to say to those people is, you got to get over it. You got to go get help or just stop watching my content. That's simple. Another thing with this YouTube platform, a frustration of mine has been the restrictions. And the fact is that to get help to handle any kind of problem on YouTube is kind of a really a losing game, realistically, because there's no human support team at YouTube to talk to. And, they say that, if you get to a certain point with your channel and you have a certain viewership, but the frustration is they don't push videos out the way that they should. And a lot of people on my older channels, they were like, we're just now learning of this. And the video would be out for several days. And they're like, why weren't we notified, despite they smashed the bell? And they were like, well, we weren't told. And, it's been realistically a lot of frustration, because when you make a video and it doesn't get pushed out to everybody, and I do know for a fact that Google knows that the algorithm on this website is really screwed up and shitty. It favors certain channels, and a lot of the other channels, they just get the shaft. That really is another reminder of this platform's the restrictions and frustrations. There's no way to stop false flagging or false copyright takedowns or none of that. We've all had this stuff happen from time to time. It's happened to me before too. But at the same time as it happens, maybe we've all just really come to expect it, and we're like, well, you know what? It just happens, got to keep moving on. And it really is just one of these things. It's called riding with the storm that you're going to have to put up with as a content creator. This website has gotten really, really strict. I mean, it's still fun making videos now and then. I don't think of myself as a really big YouTuber. I never cared about doing storylines. I never cared about e-begging. I never cared about any of that crap because it means nothing to me. I really think that that's sadly, however, is what a lot of wrestling podcasters have really become over the years. You notice how the YWC and a lot of these podcasters have become very greedy over the years. Like, they always remind people to donate to them, and they don't really talk about wrestling as much. It's mostly in their videos where they constantly bring up the need to try to get money from a lot of people, but they're not really doing as much as they did in their earlier years with talking about wrestling. I feel like that's really become a sad trend on YouTube, where a lot of these podcasters have really become some of the greediest people ever. I mean, yeah, I know they can make money, but like a lot of them have proven to just make money and then they use money for different purposes than what they asked it for. It's just really sad to see that happening a lot. I also think that a lot of these channels that did the fake giveaways was another factor. They bought their audience and they were tricking them into believing if they were going to get these, great things. And then they end up finding out that the channels that they looked up to and they did everything that they were told to do to possibly win something. And then they found out that they were never going to get it. I heard of a lot of things on this platform that have gotten really bad with the fake giveaways over the years, where fan bases have really come at channels and said, where is my PlayStation 4? Where's my Xbox One? And they went to the person of the channel on Twitter or anywhere else, and then they were blocked for no reason. And it's like, why do you do the giveaways if you're not going to give anything away? And it's clearly just suckering people in. And that really is a sad trend on this website. A lot of people turn to that, and it's just such a shitty thing to do, you know? I really think that when it comes to my past channels and even the current one, I mean, I never denied ever calling people out. I never denied, you know, cutting people from my social media life, because some YouTubers ended up really being just complete and utter scumbags and I want nothing to do with them. I never denied any of that. But fake giveaways, all that stuff, I don't want to do that. That's not something that I'm about. And when it comes to wrestling news and rumors, I definitely can tell you, I always pride myself on leaving the link to the source. I've never clickbaited on this website. I've never misled. I've never claimed people were coming back when they weren't. I've never, you know, done any of that. And I think that's the way really that a lot of people reporting on news and rumors should be about, because if they're leaving links to sources, that shows that they are legit and credible, where a lot of other channels really don't do that. They just, make up claims and then they just end the video right there. And I think that's really sadly what this wrestling community is kind of becoming about. And they don't bother to even see a problem with it. But as time went on, I began to really kind of move away from calling people out. I know that a lot of people have come by my channel with fake accounts and tried to get me to talk about people. I'm only going to do that if my name is mentioned in a really bad way and just to keep videos as receipts. But I haven't really been actively involved in conflicts with people in the last 7 months, and it's going to eventually stay that way. But I can't guarantee that a lot of the nutcases on here are not going to come by my channel. It's just the way it is on the platform. Remember what I said about riding with the storm? But 9 years really has been a lot. It's been all over the place with just a lot of things on this platform. But I never forgot the people that actually watched my channel and stayed with me on my former channels and now. And I'm just going to say thank you to everybody that stuck by my channel. I mean, I wish that I could have time to do videos all day, but I just don't have the time. But I do videos now and then. And, I never forgot a lot of the people that supported my previous channels. And I intend to keep videos coming, but not every day. But a lot of people that stuck by my channel, thank you, because I couldn't have done it without you. And you guys are the reason why my channels previously grew the way they did, and even the current one. And yeah, it will take some time to get back to where I was with my former channels, but I know for a fact that if over time, if I put in the work from time to time, we can get back there. So just saying thank you, everybody. But yeah, 9 years on YouTube. It's been a lot. It's been great. It's been bad. It's been not so great. But I'm going to keep at it, guys. I'm going to keep on making videos from time to time. Going to keep grinding away. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and I'll talk to you later. And thank you again.